GameGoddessFee here. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. All right, so we are back today with more Ace Attorney. I have my boy. I've turned down the music, goodness. Who's your boy?
What?
Okie dokie. Hey, Yeety. We got Yeety in the chat. How's it going, Yeety? All right. So, yeah, we're back with more Ace Attorney. Okay, Pluminator, he want to do a recap of what's been going on since he since we haven't done it in a while. So,
Okay.
if you would.
Alright, so it started when Finn got his badge back. And then, the girl came in, Sasha Buckler, and she said the orca got arrested and they got the orca off. But then they arrested the girl. And now we're in court fighting for her. And we have recently discovered that she wasn't the only one that could make the orca do commands. If the orca took commands for somebody else. And now we get Rhymes on the stand to try to like figure out more about that.
I hope y'all got that, but yeah. So I guess we'll continue with the case. I hope you all enjoy. You made the start of the stream, Dave. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I made sure I restarted the computer so that the notifications can go out. So yeah, so I hope you all enjoy. Thank you for watching. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. All right, so we have Apollo. I always say Apollo.
Justice, it's turn to Destinies.
We have Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies, special episode, Turnabout Reclaimed. Trial day 2, cross-examining Rhymes. All right, you ready, Plum?
Yup.
Let's
go.
Okay, let's go. Is this the right one?
I think. I don't know. I forgot. It could be two. Is this where we stop?
Now then, please summon Marlon Rhymes to the witness stand.
Okay. I forgot his voice. What's going on? What's everybody making that face for? I haven't been watching the trial and nobody's told me anything.
Marlon Rhymes, you are under suspicion for attempted murder of the orca.
I see. Well, if it's already out. Mr. Rhymes? Is he really going to admit it? Fine. I'll tell the truth.
Witness testimony, the truth.
Sasha is fibbing to protect that orca. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the orca pool. The incident happened before the orca was moved to the show pool. Willa killed the captain by flashing him 30 feet high and making him slam into the water.
He did it.
So I thought the orca should pay the consequences. And What you talking about? What you talking about? Nah. That's what he saw. That's what he saw.
It's okay.
Yes.
Now we're back to the orca again.
I did not see that testimony coming.
Now wait just 1 minute. Yesterday, Orla was proven innocent. Besides, you said Orla was in the show pool during the cleaning.
I didn't want to sell Sasha out. That's why I didn't tell the truth. But the fact is, all three of us, the captain, Sasha, and me were cleaning the pool room.
But Dr. Crab and Miss Buckler both said you were at the show stage.
Well, the only thing Dr. Crab knew about the cleaning was what I told him. I didn't give him a whole lot of details either. Maybe he misunderstood. And Sasha is fibbing to protect the Yorker. She can't tell the truth. Sasha put blood on the schoolwork herself to make a fake blood stain. I think it's pretty brave of her to let herself get arrested to protect the Yorker.
Mr. Rhymes, how can you feel like that?
It's the truth. Besides, wouldn't it be better for you if I was fibbing? If I wasn't fibbing? Wouldn't it be better? If the Yorker did it, you would win your case.
What? This is all very hard to believe. But if I hold on, y'all. But if Mr. Rhyme's story is true, Miss Buckler would be innocent and the orca would be the killer.
I mean, if we turned our backs on Orla, we could save Sasha? Having a witness fib to save your own client? What a dirty, underhanded tactic, right, Dono? Objection! Yesterday, the defense proved Orla was not guilty. We have no intention of going back on our assertions now. What are you saying, Mr. Wright? All you gotta do is admit the Yorker did it, and Sasha goes free. Isn't a lawyer supposed to act in his client's best interest? But that wouldn't be acting in our interest. Miss Buckler believes Orla is innocent. And we, of course, believe that Miss Buckler herself is innocent too. Acting in a client's best interest is an important point of our job as lawyers. Using dirty means to win a verdict would destroy our client's faith in us.
That's right. We believe in both Miss Buckler and Orla's innocence.
Huh? I just don't understand how you could treat a human and an orca equally. Sasha or the Yorker, you can only save one of them. I don't know about that. I think I can save them both. All I have to do is disprove your testimony. Oh yeah? Go ahead and try. I will do just that. If I can't tear down his testimony, I won't be able to save both of them. I have to find a weak spot and start tearing. Okay, back in.
Cross-examination, the truth.
The truth.
Sasha is fibbing to protect that orca.
Hold it! What exactly do you claim Miss Buckler is fibbing about? Sasha put that blood stain on the skull rock and stuff herself as false evidence. She left fake traces to try and save the Yorker.
Objection!
Witness, if you keep talking nonsense, I'll seal your mouth shut. The defense supports the prosecution's idea. Mr. Rod, our testimony helps your client. You ought to be happy. I want to save both Euler and Miss Buckler. I won't accept anything less. Now, if that's understood, please continue with your testimony. Fine.
At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, that was... I keep on doing that. Hold on. Hearing myself in my ear. At 3:30 a.m. on the 20th, there was still water in the orca pool. Oops.
Hold it! When the victim was killed, how much water was in the pool? It was before the pool was drained for cleaning, so it was full. You went to the orca pool room and saw this yourself? Dr. Kraft said that you were at the show stage.
Objection!
But it's possible that Dr. Kraft was misinformed, or that he misunderstood. The witness already explained this. Why are you taking this meaningless tack? If you want to play games, Dr. Hill would be more than happy to play with you.
We better be careful how we press the witness. Taka is watching us like a hawk.
Witness, continue.
The incident happened before the orca was moved to the show pool.
Hold it! So you're saying the incident took place before the cleaning began? Yeah, I guess so. The captain, Sasha, and I were going to do the cleaning together. It's much more efficient than trying to have just one person do it alone. In the defense's case, however, more lawyers means simply more lawyers, nothing more.
What? You're one to talk. All you have on your side is a cantankerous bird. What about me? I'm up here all alone.
Are you people done? You need the witness to keep you focused. For shame, right, Donnie? Hey, I was the only one who kept my mouth shut. Anyway, the incident happened in the Yorker pool before the cleaning got started.
Well, it killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and making him slam into the water.
Hold it!
That's funny, dude.
Can an orca even do that? There's a person flying up into the air like that. Yup, of course. I've seen orcas bashing seals 60 feet into the air. So naturally, Ola could do the same to the captain too.
What a frightening thought. And you mentioned it so casually, Mr. Rhymes.
Well, what else can I say? It's the truth. Mr. Rhymes is claiming that Ola killed the victim by sending him flying into the air. Would something like that even be possible in the Yorker pool room? There's something about that statement that bothers me.
And so you witnessed the moment the victim was killed by the orca, is that right?
Exactly.
So I thought the orca should pay the consequences.
Hold it!
And that's why he put the sleeping drug in all his food. Ahoy! Yo, 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 ho, ho! Sasha could be found guilty if we let her be. But if the orca died, Sasha could go free. I thought if the orca was already dead, Sasha might tell the truth to free herself.
So Game Queen 81, how's it going?
It might seem cruel, but a man killing an animal has to be put down. The culprit must have tried to do away with Ola because she was a witness to the crime. But if Mr. Rhymes is the culprit, why would he try to protect Sasha?
I'm sensing some very complex emotions from Mr. Rhymes. I need more information before I can do a proper analysis.
If I'm going to tear down his testimony, then I guess I have to present evidence. Of course we don't believe Mr. Rhymes' testimony.
But he's suggesting the murder took place in the Orca pool. Unless we can disprove that, we won't be able to save both Orla and Sasha. Alrighty then.
Why you do it, Mr. Ron? Mr. Ron, why you do it? Why you do it, man?
I haven't played the game so long. I done forgot what's in the evidence and everything.
Yeah.
You said going good. How are y'all doing? We all doing okay. Game Queen 81. Your boy is back.
Good.
He's back. I told him we could probably have to do all this weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we doing?
Knocked out.
Well, you was up until like what, 8 o'clock?
I was up Friday. You was the one who was asleep. I was ready. You was knocked out.
Whatever. I could get tired too. So anyway, Ola killed the captain by bashing him 30 feet high and making him slam into the water. Let me see.
I think it's the attorney's badge.
Okay, tired of you and that attorney's badge.
It's really cool and shiny.
So, do we show evidence of? Is that room? Does it get 30 feet in the air?
Go back to his data.
Whose data?
Shipley. He was just on it.
What you talking about? This right here?
Yeah, look at it.
Okay, estimated time of death from 12 to 1. I say 12 to 1. 12 to 10 a.m. on July 20th. Cause of death contusion from head trauma. Thought to be from 65-foot fall into pool. Ceiling to the pool bottom is 100 feet. So I mean, it's possible then.
Go over again.
He always laughing at that body, y'all.
I have a poster like that.
So is this the inconsistency?
What did you say?
Huh?
Where I'm saying.
He said 30 feet.
We'll get
Get Objection! When fibs are piled on top of each other, contradictions start to emerge. This time it's no different. Are you saying there's some kind of inconsistency in my testimony? That's exactly what I'm saying. You claim that the victim was sent flying about 30 feet into the air. The autopsy report shows the apparent cause of death to be from a 65-foot fall. What? Additionally, in your testimony a moment ago, you said at 3:30 a.m. on the 20th there was still water in the Orca pool. With the pool being 65 feet deep, there's only 30 feet between the water and ceiling. If the pool was full of water as you claimed, it would be impossible for the victim to fall about 65 feet as the autopsy states. Oh. Mr. Rhymes claimed he was in the Yorker pool room so he couldn't. Mr. Rhymes claimed he was in the Yorker pool room so he can make these statements. But the truth must be he was at the show stage. But the truth must be why? Okay. But the truth must be he was at the show stage just as Dr. Crab and Sasha testified.
I believe that brings us back around to the orca didn't do it.
I didn't believe the witness's testimony from the outset. I'm grateful to you, right, Dono, for shutting the witness up. As I thought, the only person who could have killed the victim is Sasha. That fact still remains, whether the witness was the one who tried to kill the orca or not. Oh? Mr. Rhymes is right about one thing. His testimony was advantageous to our case. But pointing out the contradiction in his statement will only drive us into a corner.
As Prosecutor Blackwell said, suspicion against Miss Buckler is now deepened.
Oh, if I don't find something fast, the judge is going to find Sasha guilty.
Mr. Wright, isn't there anything we can do? There has to be a way to prove Sasha is innocent.
At a time like this, the thing to do is turn my thinking around. Instead of trying to prove that Sasha couldn't have done it, I have to think about what made it possible for somebody else to have done it. As long as the crime scene is the Yorker pool room, then Sasha is the only one who could have committed the crime. No need for pity of all this. Just finish him off with a swift verdict.
It appears the defense has no objections. Very well, I will give my verdict.
Hold it! Your Honor, please hold off on that verdict.
But you are so quiet, Mr. Wright. Do you have something to say now?
The defense has a counter-argument.
You do?
You do? Such desperation. You look pale. You sure you're prepared to make this counter-argument? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I'll never forget those words, no matter how many years go by. Even though it's probably just a bluff, I'll give it to them with a smile. Well, it seems the crime was somewhere else.
The scene of the crime?
Somewhere else? What? You're finding fault with the police investigation now. As I understand it, the prosecution's argument is as follows. The scene of the crime was the Yorker pool room. Only the defendant and victim entered that room when there was no water in the pool. Therefore, only the defendant could have committed the crime. That is correct. But if the scene of the crime was not the Yorker pool room, then somebody other than the defendant could have committed the crime.
What Phoenix talking about? Are you sure you know where you are going with this?
I might not be too sure, but I can't back down now.
Mr. Wright, I hope that I'm wrong, but this isn't one of your bluffs by any chance.
Of course not. The judge knows me far too well.
And you do have a theory on where the actual scene of the crime was?
Yes, of course. Think, Phoenix, think. You don't know what you got. Think of a place other than the Yorker pool room, where one could fall to one's death.
Then, by all means, please share your theory with the court. Where was the real scene of the murder?
Ooh.
The showroom, I guess.
I guess.
Take that! The show stage pool might have been drained of water at some point as well. And if so, it would be just as possible to fall to one's death there as with the Orca pool. Right, though. What you're doing is a disgrace to your profession. I sincerely hope you have some basis for what you're suggesting. Of course I do. I will as soon as I think of something. The victim's body was found in the Yorker pool. How do you explain that? Objection! How about if, after the victim was killed in the show stage pool, his body was moved to the Yorker pool?
How about if, what kind of presentation of your argument is that? You had better have a reasonable explanation of how the body was moved.
There's no turning back now. I have to think of how the body could have been moved. Was there something at the scene that could have been used to move the body? The volleyball.
This thing here? That move oil?
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Take that! The hoist runs between the Yorker pool room and the show stage. The stretcher can be hung from the hoist to move things like oil or the skull rock. The stretcher could have also been used to move the dead body.
Yes, if the stretcher can move the orca or the skull rock, it seems likely it could also move a dead body as well.
Wow, somehow that worked. If the show pool was the scene of the crime, somebody else could have done it.
Objection!
You desperately spew conjecture, and now you can even make up a crime scene?
Eek! Not again!
You don't have the soul of a warrior. You don't deserve to be on the battlefield. And even your fabrication is half-baked. It's a disgrace. What do you mean half-baked? The hoist can be operated from the Yorker pool room only. And the only person who entered the Yorker pool room was the defendant. So even if the body was moved, the only one who could have moved it was the defendant herself.
Black Hill, he got him on that one. Water, so it comes back to the defendant, no matter which pool it was.
Meaning, I can't clear Sasha either way. Sasha said she moved Orla into Skull Rock. And I believe her. So could it be possible that she moved the body herself without being aware of it?
Mr. Wright, do you have an objection to Prosecutor Blackfield's claim?
Do I have an objection to the claim that the defendant moved the body?
That the defendant moved the body. Well, he just said he didn't have any. Well, he thought she could have moved it without knowing.
Nah.
Do I have an objection to the claim that the defendant moved the body? I have no objection.
I forfeit the case, Your Honor.
I have no objection. Miss Buckler must have been the one who moved the body. What?
He even surprised. Mr. Wright, are you admitting the defendant committed the murder?
No, I'm simply conceding that she was the only one who could have moved the body. However, I contend Miss Buckler was not aware that of what she was doing. The culprit made her move it, unbeknownst to her.
The defendant moved a dead body without recognizing that it was a dead body? How could that be possible?
The body was found in the Yorker pool. It must have been moved there somehow. I might find some kind of hint in the thing she moved with the stretcher. The culprit made Miss Buckler move the body along with this piece of evidence. The attorney said,
Now throw it to me, goodness gracious. Wait, what? Hold on. Now. With the rock?
The score?
He must have been in it attached to it.
Oh, you attached to the rock. That's a whole rock.
Like it got holes in it for the
That's a
eyes.
big rock. That's not even a big rock. That rock's small.
Oh, I had them on Orla.
Really? Orla ate them and then spit them out. That is Steve's right. It's the rock.
See, y'all see this. Whatever, dude. Whatever.
The rock. It's the rock.
The rock.
The rock monster.
"Take that!"
The skull rock?
Miss Buckler told me yesterday that she moved the skull rock when she was cleaning. The only two things Miss Buckler moved to the Yorker pool are Orla and the skull rock. I would like to suggest that the victim's body may have been inside the skull rock.
Uh-oh. What?
Hidden inside the rock, the body could have been moved to the Yorker pool with the hoist. At the show stage, Marlon Rhymes loaded up the skull rock with the body inside. And then he used the walkie-talkie to let Miss Buckler know the rock was loaded. Miss Buckler operated the hoist from the Yorker pool room and moved the structure. He moved the rock without knowing the body was inside.
Do you really think there's enough space inside the skull rock to place a body?
The swashbuckler flyer indicates it could be possible. Please focus on the question at the bottom left.
Oh, it says who will obtain the gold coins hidden in the skull rock. In that case, I suppose the rock is most likely hollow.
What's more, if the body was inside the skull rock, it explains the remaining unanswered questions.
Such as?
Please take a look at the security footage of the scene Mr. Plume witnessed. Where did the body that Mr. Plume saw come from? Please recall, what was Ola doing to the skull rock at this time? He was headbutting it.
Oh!
That's right. Ola's ramming released the body from the skull rock. The body had been placed inside the skull rock and moved there from the show stage. I assert that the real murder scene was in fact the show stage pool.
Silence!
What rubbish is this now? You don't have a single scrap of evidence. Objection!
Just show some.
It's easy enough to verify what I say. Take a look inside the skull rock for yourself. You should find some kind of proof that the body was there. Blood fibers, hair. I don't know.
Mr. Wright, that was incredible. You turned things completely around. And to think, it all started with that half-baked bluff too.
Phew, that was a close one. You really have to add that last bit?
If the murder took place at the show stage, then who is the perpetrator?
It is naturally the person who was at the show stage. Mr. Rhymes, weren't you the one who had lowered the skull rock onto that stretcher at the show stage? Wow, Mr. Rod, that was some pretty smart brain work you did there. To be honest, never thought you could figure it out. I tried to protect myself, but I guess it came back to bite me.
Are you confessing you gave false testimony before Mr. Rhymes? That's perjury.
Yeah, what Mr. Rice says is true. The body was inside that skull rock. And it's true the captain was killed in the show pool too. What? He's admitting it that easily? This time, I'm gonna tell you the whole truth about what happened that day.
Oh, Lord.
So the oracle flew and shot the captain.
Witness testimony, the whole truth.
In the show pool, the Yorker shot the captain up into the air. Then the captain came down and slammed into the water. I can still remember the spectator screams clearly. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the Yorker. When Mr. Plume witnessed the Yorker finding the body, I got scared.
So now we're back to the orca again, I see.
If you were going to give testimony like that, why did I bother putting you on the stand? All I'm doing is telling the truth. The day Sasha wanted to do the old version of the Swashbuckler Spectacular. So I suggested she hide the body in the skull rock and move it to the Yorker pool. I was going to figure out what to do with the body after the show was over. The Yorker is the one that killed the captain. It wasn't me, and it wasn't Sasha. So it was Mr. Rhymes' idea to hide the body in the skull rock? But if Mr. Rhymes is the culprit, why would he protect Sasha? Wash charges against Sasha would mean he himself would escape suspicion. So why?
Mr. Wright, how about if you leave this to me?
Please, no. Athena, no, don't do it.
Don't do it, Athena. Oh, my goodness. Athena, do you mean you heard something?
Yep. Noise. Discord in Mr. Rhymes' heart.
So that means somewhere in his testimony, there's an inconsistency in his emotions. All right, Athena, give him a good counseling session.
You got it, boss.
No!
Really do. Huh? What's this?
What are you getting, Athena?
This testimony is pretty complex. Feelings of deep sadness and intense anger are being called up. Those two emotions appear to be running out of control.
Out of control emotions? Is that going to be a problem?
We'll have to probe their cause if we want to get What are you doing? We'll have to probe their cause if we want to get to this true emotions and testimony. There might even be odd or unnatural spots in his testimony he isn't even aware of.
Alright, let's probe for the cause of his out-of-control emotions then.
I'll explain how to probe. Let's find the root cause together. When you see something off in a statement, press probe. Oh goodness.
Oh my god, this is a tutorial, bro. They did a tutorial in the last game.
Next, point to what's causing Mr. Rhymes out of control emotions. Finally, press probe to complete the process. When emotions are out of control, memories can be recalled incorrectly. If you still haven't found anything after all the statements and images, I'll help.
Great. Alright, I'll get started comparing the statements with the images. Or she could just make images on her computer. In the show pool, the Yorker shot the captain up into the air. Then the captain came down and slammed into the water. I can still remember the spectator screams clearly. All Sasha did was move the body. She was trying to protect the Yorker. When Mr. Plume witnessed the Yorker firing the body, I got stirred. I got wheels stirred. I got good. What could be the cause of his out-of-control sadness? What could be the cause of his out-of-control sadness and anger?
It'll be hard to find them both at the same time. Let's concentrate on probing just one. He did make one odd statement I was wondering about. I highly doubt there were any spectators at the scene of the crime.
Hey, good point. That just doesn't fit. It might be the cause of his out-of-control emotions. Let's try pointing to the spectators.
Just to be sure, I'll explain how to probe one more time. Really?
I know you're a baby, Phoenix.
All right, so what are we looking for?
We're looking for
About the crowd.
She literally touched you.
I know. I was trying to see what emotion was.
There is no emotions. You just like probe. Nah, I'm just
Oh, I'm on the wrong one.
no.
I doubt there were any spectators there at the show stage when the owner died. If there had been, those witnesses would have told us the true crime scene right away. What? Oh, right, of course. I just made a mistake.
Oh, it's level 60%. Okay, that made the sadness subside. So maybe the spectators part was what was making him sad.
I wonder why he would make that mistake saying spectators were there. How strange.
The only thing I can think of is that he was mixing up one memory with another. Like he was in a similar situation before, and it was deeply imprinted on his heart.
A situation where Norka killed somebody and there were spectators there? Hey, I think I know why he's mixing up his memories. The reason why Mr. Rhymes mixed up his memories is...
About that last case about 6 years ago, or however long it was.
DO6 incident.
Really? Where was that at? What were we looking for? I thought we were looking for something that was from 6 years ago.
I give you a hint. Famous author.
Talking about. This right here? Yeah. It's the non-fiction book by Norma DePlume. It's about the case from last year.
They got a picture in it too.
Take
that! Mr. Ross, I think I know what happened. Could you happen mixing up what happened a year ago with this incident? Maybe that's why you slipped and said the owner was killed in front of spectators. What? How did you? You're right. I did say New York could kill somebody a year ago. But what about it? I was just one of the spectators.
Really? Just another spectator? There must be a reason why you feel great sadness about that incident last year.
Silence! Stop this nonsensical scrutiny of feelings. Just present evidence to prove your point.
But boss, do we have any kind of evidence that would back us up here?
There is one piece of evidence that comes to mind that might explain his sadness. Well, I'm waiting. Let's see this evidence that has to do with more than Rhymes' sadness.
This necklace here.
I'm waiting.
Take that! There was someone died an accidental death 1 year ago. This is her boyfriend's charm. What are you doing with that charm? It was found in Rifle's stomach yesterday. Judging by your reaction, I believe this charm belongs to you. I guess I need to push him just a little harder to make him admit it.
Mr. Rhymes said the word charm. He was very rattled. We'd better examine this charm a little more.
Good idea. Let's look inside it. Huh? What's this? A photograph? Oh. No. Hey, this is Azura Summers and Moreland Rhymes.
Mr. Rhymes, you and Azura Summers were a couple, weren't you?
So what if we were a couple? It doesn't have anything to do with the captain's case. You believe you saw the Yorker kill your girlfriend. That's the cause of your sadness. Isn't that emotion of yours connected to the current case? Silence! The only thing you revealed was this witness's connection to the victim of last year's incident. What does the witness's past have to do with the case at hand? I don't know yet.
But we managed to pinpoint the source of his sadness. Now let's delve into who Mr. Rhymes is angry at. In the show pool, that okay, what are you talking about?
And the captain came down and slammed into the water.
I can still remember the captain's dead body clearly. All Sashi did was move the body. He was trying to protect the Yorker. When Mr. Plume witnessed the Yorker find the body, I got shocked.
Now that his out-of-control sadness has subsided, the situation is a little different. Let's think about why he was so intensely angry.
I wonder what he was angry at. I wonder.
What did he try to murder in cold blood?
Who is he?
Did he admit it? Putting the drugs in the...
I know. I don't see this thing.
Oh, it's the Arca, just do it.
What you mean? Say what?
It's the Arca.
This right here?
Yeah, he's mad at the Arca. I thought it was off.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's obvious. I was trying to figure out, okay, well, anyway.
Got it! Mr. Rons, you're angry with Orla, aren't you? Angry? And Orca? Why would I be? If you think I have some reason to be mad, then show some proof. Do I have proof that Mr. Rons has a reason to be mad?
I got your proof.
No, I don't. I bet that evidence we just took a look at would come in handy here. This charm indicates that you were Azura Summers' boyfriend. I'm sure you believe Orla killed your girlfriend a year ago. You lost your girlfriend, and so you've been angry at Orla. Alright, I'll admit it. I'll never forgive that Orca. Azura's dead, and that Orca is still swimming around happy as a clam. I became an animal keeper just so I could prove that Orca is a killer. You're right! I want that Orca to pay! There! Do you feel good dragging up a person's past? But it still doesn't change anything.
Noise level 30%.
He's right.
I disagree. It does change things. It's out of control. Emotion quieted down. Now we should be able to find out the truth behind that emotion. Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got stronger at one point.
It's actually it's something stupid, I tell you.
Go ahead.
His statement, there's no surprise. You see, he said he got surprised that she saw the body, but there's no emotion that indicates that he's surprised.
Oh, okay. So it's this right here.
Yo. Got it. When Mr. Plume witnessed the Yorker finding the body, you were surprised? Really? What are you getting at? With Mr. Plume as a witness, Orla was guaranteed to be accused of the murder. Didn't it work out exactly as you'd hoped? In order to have Orla put down, you made sure Mr. Plume witnessed that scene.
What's wrong, child boy?
I'm so good.
Next, moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on.
So you figured all that out, did you?
Mr. Rhymes, are you admitting it?
I didn't really want to have to fight anybody but the Yorker. But you leave me no choice.
What is that? Really?
Now it's time to get serious.
In the world? Now, how did they took us all the way to left field, you guys?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what? Yo, ho, ho. What them me brothers represent? Rap your grass, you didn't stay free. Take the words and pop them in your mouth. Start the grass, fool. Yo, ho, ho. Bro, I'm ready for the showdown.
What's going on? Where did this pirate fellow come from?
He looks like a completely different person.
How you get so big, y'all? Order. If we don't have order, Prosecutor Blackwell will yell at us.
No, he shook.
He done,
What's going on?
he done shook Blackwell.
Even Prosecutor Blackwell's at a loss for words. So I plan to have that witch be a witness. You caught me out. If be true, I thought that Orca's murderous ways should be found out. That'd be why I schemed to have the plume see the body. So you admit it? You deliberately blamed Euler? Could be true, but what skin be that off of anybody's nose?
How did he hide all the muscles anyway?
That Orca be a murdering scurvy dog. I may have a grudge against that Orca, but I always felt grateful towards the captain. The Orca murdered a Zero and the captain, so of course she should walk the plank. I'm gonna just start talking like a pirate. Yeah, I don't have a response to that.
I agree. It wouldn't make any sense for him to kill the owner. Why would he? But his hatred for the owner. But his hatred for honor, on the other hand, comes through loud and clear.
Wait a minute. Killing Mr. Shipley doesn't make sense. The way it makes sense for Rhymes to kill. Maybe my theory has been all wrong. Your Honor! I think I just became aware of a new fact.
Oh, and what is that?
Now that we know about Mr. Rhymes' intense hatred of Euler, it turns the premise we've been arguing on his ear. I will now reveal the identity of the individual Mr. Rhymes meant to kill from the start. For a fact, he's way too dangerous to be kept alive.
Sasha Buckler?
Nope.
No? Well, Orla?
Yeah.
I thought that's what they were arguing.
Nope. Or he wanted to kill Captain.
Oh, okay.
He's scurvy dog. Yeah. No, I ain't talking like a pirate.
What? So the witness intent was to kill the orca?
Exactly. The witness's intended victim was not Jack Shipley. From the start, it was all a scheme to kill Lorla. The orca was his true target, but Jack Shipley is the one who died. The orca is alive and quite well. He's right. He wanted to kill the Yorker, and it was Jack Shipley who fell to his death. How did that happen? Wait a minute! What if Mr. Rhymes wanting to kill Lola was somehow connected to Mr. Shipley's death?
He drained the pool or something? Let me see.
At a loss for words, are you? What happened to your bravado of a moment ago? Enough of these reckless words without any basis in fact.
Objection!
Yours reckless words. The basis for my claim is at the real murder scene, the show pool. What are you talking about? It's my contention that two incidents happened at the show pool. The attempted murder of the Yorker and the victim falling to his death. First of all, in order to kill the Yorker, Mr. Rhymes removed something from the scene. And by doing so, he made it possible for Mr. Shipley to fall to his death.
He did what now? Mr. Wright, what did Mr. Rhymes remove in an attempt to kill Orla? I said the water.
The water. Water.
Take that!
Don't tell me you're trying to claim he tried to kill the Yorker by draining the pole water. That's exactly what I'm claiming. To help the defendant with the cleaning, Marlon Rhymes took charge of Orla. With the plan to kill Orla in the show pool. And because the pool water was drained,
You silly.
it made it possible for Jack Shipley to fall to his death in the show pool.
I'm trying to see why did he fall.
Ah, I tried to kill the Yorker, you say?
That's his voice now. That's his voice now.
Can you even prove there was nary a drop of water in that pool? That day I was simply looking after the Yorker. Why would I have the monstrous thought of killing it?
Objection!
You claim you were looking after Orla in the early morning hours of July 20th. But I don't think you were doing a very good job of it. After all, Orla was given anything to eat during that time. How would you know such a thing? I know because of Orla's records here in the torpedo data system. The system continuously records data on the subjects it monitors. From Orla's records, we can tell exactly what she ate or didn't eat. Look me, nobody ever told me about that contraption. Only a few of the ship-shape aquarium staff knew about this system. According to Orla's record, according to Orla's record, she never ate in those early morning hours of the 20th. You planned to kill Orla, and that's why you didn't feed her.
Silence!
You're wasting your time. What proof do you have of that? After Yorker simply wasn't hungry. He's right. I don't have any proof.
If Orla simply didn't eat, then that would create an inconsistency. Where did her fish go?
Her fish? Good question. Where did it disappear to? Fish? What does it matter? What relevance does it have to our case? These are just stolen with inconsequential questions. Delving into the depths of the Yorker stomach and delve into the case instead.
Objection!
What?
How long is this gonna go?
You know you the one played the case.
You me?
But wait, it may seem like a small inconsistency. was an issue of great importance, I think.
What are you driving at, Mr. Wright?
How could the fish disappear? Somebody must have been it. So who came to the show stage and ate all this fish? I think I might have a pretty good idea. I believe there must have been a visitor to the show stage pool that Mr. Rhymes didn't notice. Visitor? Are you trying to introduce yet another suspect at the 11th hour? If you utter more of your careless remarks, I won't look favorably upon. I don't plan to utter any careless remarks. Whether my remarks will actually be related to the case or not, I don't know yet.
Don't worry, boss. If Taka comes this way, I'll fend him off. But do try to keep your remarks careful.
Somehow, all this fish disappeared. Somebody must have visited the show stage, but who? This was the visitor to the show stage. Hurry, drive. I want fish.
Rifle.
Ooh, that look good.
It was Rifle.
Yeah, that's right.
Because his footprints was on that sign.
I believe Rifle the penguin visited the show stage.
First an orca, now a penguin?
Why would you be saying such a thing, Mr. Lawyer? I didn't see Rifle during the wee early morning hours. Do you have any proof Rifle visited the show stage? If ye be a lawyer of any sort, show me your evidence. The bottom of Rifle's feet were pink for some reason. That fact is a clue that Rifle was indeed at the show stage. I have to present that piece of evidence that connects Rifle to the show stage. Now to prove I'm a lawyer worth my salt. This is the proof that Rifle visited the show stage.
Oh my god, this is going on for so long. Peter, hurry.
Take that!
Oh my, what a cute little sign. Look at all of those adorable stars.
These stars are actually starfish. Miss Buckler painted this sign. In the early morning hours of the 20th, he left the sign at the show stage to dry. Mr. Rhymes kept an eye on the sign for Miss Buckler while the paint was drying. Aye, that be true, but what be your point? On this sign is proof that Rifle visited the show stage.
Proof of penguins? Of the penguins visit? I'm afraid I don't see it. Where is this proof that the penguin visited the show stage? Please point it out.
Please point it out. Please, Mr. Rod. Please point that stuff out, Mr. Rod.
Take that!
A couple of the pink starfish are shaped a little indifferently. A couple of the pink starfish are shaped a little differently from the others.
Ah, you're right. They look almost like little leaves.
Rifle had pink paint on the bottom of her feet. These little leaf-like shapes on the sign are actually Rifle's footprints. Rifle made these footprints by walking on the sign before it was dry.
Oh, what a cute little penguin prints.
So there are footprints. What of them? Marlon Rhymes was watching over the sign at the show stage while the paint dried. And during that time, the penguin paid a visit. According to the torpedo data system, we know that Rifle ate something that morning of the 20th. Most likely, Rifle ate the fish meant for Orla that was at the show stage.
That's a greedy penguin.
Orla's snack was a small quantity of fish. Even a penguin could have eaten it all. Besides, Rifle ate Orla's fish? Who be ye to say Rifle ate Orla's fish? He could have picked up food anywhere. But that doesn't change the fact that I really was at the show stage. After all, I had to help move the skull rock. It couldn't have been moved without me. The witness claims he never saw the penguin. How do you explain this contradiction? Both Mr. Rhymes and Rifle were at the show stage, but Mr. Rhymes didn't see her. So where could Mr. Rhymes have been at the time? I don't know. If you aren't up to the task, I could disprove this witness's testimony for you. If I leave it to Prosecutor Blackwell, Sasha will be declared guilty. I can't let him interrupt this line of reasoning.
Mr. Wright, let's try to figure out how things looked when Rifle came to the show stage.
Mr. Rhymes was at the show stage keeping an eye on Orla and the sign.
And we know it must be true because he helped move the skull rock.
And then Rifle came in and walked over the sign.
But would Mr. Rhymes notice Rifle if he was right there?
Let's think about where Mr. Rhymes could have been. Is there a place in the show stage area from which Rifle couldn't have been seen?
Underwater?
Water.
Is this okay?
Yeah.
Take that!
What? Inside the pool? But you're right. If he was inside the pool, he wouldn't have noticed Rifle. So, are you saying Mr. Rhymes was underwater the whole time Rifle was eating?
No, not underwater. When I think about what he was trying to do, the answer is clear. Now I'm finally starting to get the whole picture. Just like yesterday, must you two always be whispering to each other? Why don't you admit that resorting to a penguin will get you nowhere?
Objection!
Oh, I don't know about that. The fact that Mr. Rhymes didn't notice Rifle is such a small inconsistency. Well, it's a key point that proves what Mr. Rhymes was trying to do.
Uh-oh.
The penguin is a key point. The show stage pool is very deep. If Rifle came to visit Mr. Rhymes at the bottom of this pool, he would have never noticed Rifle. Ah! Orcas can be out of the water for a short time without sustaining damage. But if they're out of the water for a long time, they weaken and eventually die. In order to kill Orla, Mr. Rhymes had to drain the pool. And while the pool was drained of water, Mr. Shipley fell to his death. The show stage pool is about 65 feet deep, just like the Orca pool. Without water in the pool, a person could be made to fall 55 feet. 65. A person could be made to fall 65. Mr. Rhymes probably wondered what to do. If he continued with his plan to kill Orla, how would he dispose of Mr. Shipley's body? So he devised a plan to kill two birds with one stone.
What? How?
Mr. Rhymes went down to the bottom of the pool and put the victim's body in the rock. He then had Miss Buckler move the rock and the body together.
Silence!
And the witness made the defendant do this somehow without arousing her suspicion. That's right. Mr. Shipley told Miss Buckler that she couldn't perform in the new show. Miss Buckler became upset and wanted to switch back to the old version of the show. So Mr. Rhymes conveniently suggested that she take and hire a prop for the new show. Mr. Rhymes then manipulated Orla using her singing and lightsaber tricks. He schemed to have Orla find the body while Mr. Bloom would be a standing a witness. He saddled Orla with the false charge of murder so that Orla would be put down.
So the fact that the witness didn't see the penguin
shows that when Rifle visited the show stage, Ryan was putting the body in the rock. In the bottom of the pool, that is.
who would have thought the presence of a penguin could prove the witness' actions? I didn't read that right.
It's working. Just a little further now and Sasha will be proving not guilty.
Silence.
If you think you've won this one, you are sorely mistaken. Your theory is based on the notion that the witness can manipulate the York. Witness, can you control the Yorker's actions? Of course not. What kind of feelings be that? I'd be but a simple animal keeper.
If my memory serves, wasn't Miss Buckler the only one who could issue commands to the Orca?
The judge's blade is sharper than the lawyer's. You wish to do battle with a witness, you'll need a honed blade. Where's your sort of evidence that more than Rhymes could manipulate the Orca? God!
Phoenix, they done shot you down.
You didn't hear that, I hope. No. Rhymes had to have manipulated the oiler in order for his plan to work. But how can I prove it?
Well, it appears this line of reasoning has become unsustainable.
Objection!
Well, it appears that I was mistaken. Hold on.
Athena?
I've analyzed the hearts of all kinds of people. I have enough experience to see when I look into your heart that you haven't given up. So that objection was my way of speaking up for your heart.
She's right. Why would I become a lawyer again, only to give up? I have to keep fighting. Athena, thank you. With your help, I've remembered the old right way.
The right way?
Your Honor, I'm not finished with presenting my argument.
You said assault, gang queen 81?
So,
I don't know when you said that. I'm like, you paying attention to the chat? Do you have anything else to ask this witness?
You've cross-examined all the witnesses and presented all your evidence.
Objection!
All the witnesses? I don't think so. I haven't cross-examined the most important one, the central figure in both cases. The central figure. The one involved in not only the case a year ago, but this current case too. I've never called her as a witness, but it's time to do so now.
You said Black Quill cut Phoenix's hair.
yeah.
He should be put in jail for that. What are you talking about? I demand you tell the court immediately. Who is this central figure in both cases?
Your Honor,
Oh my
Remember
goodness.
that one case where I called the bird up to the state? That was funny, right?
Really?
Edgeworth was smiling too. Everyone called him. They was all
You
smiling.
got to call Orla?
Yeah.
Why you gotta anyway?
Take that!
I got, oh, what you think the other guy gonna be?
The defense calls the central figure in both court. The defense calls the central figure in both cases. Orla the Yorker.
You intend to cross-examine an orca?
Cross-examining an orca? You must be idle. It is the impossible, says I.
Silence.
Dude, they got a VPL and everything. Let me step.
Okay. This absurdity is beyond the pale. How do you expect to question an orca, a creature incapable of speech?
Objection!
Orla is intricately involved in this case. I have every right to cross-examine her. Besides, even if she can't speak, I think cross-examining her will be invaluable. Very well. Do what you will then. But if you fail to garner anything from this little exercise with the orca, I hope you realize the reward for your efforts will be the defendant's guilty verdict. I'm ready and confident.
So, cross-examining Orla? Huh? That was a bold move, boss. All we have to do is figure out how Mr. Rhymes manipulated Orla.
That's right. Now it's Orla's turn to help us save Sasha.
An orca defended yesterday, an orca witnessed today. This is truly unprecedented, precedented, whatever you want to call it. But even though this is highly unusual, I'm prepared to allow it. Bailiff, ready to witness telecast. We'll have a 10-minute recess while the telecast is being set up.
Thank you, y'all.
I thought that was the end. It's not the end?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a 2-week continue.
Mm.
Well, we finna cross-examine the orca.
Oh, goodness. Alrighty then. That was a weird case. This is a weird case. I thought that was about to end.
He turned into a pirate.
A big pirate.
How did he turn into that thing like that?
Is that his true?
Like, cause on the photo he looked normal.
This is the one time nigga
He looked like that.
It's so weird. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Ooh, I turned down the music again. I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you all for watching, and I guess we'll finish this up. We'll probably try to finish it up tomorrow. So, yeah, we had Yeety in the chat, Dave, Game Queen 801, everyone else that's watching. I appreciate you all for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd appreciate you to go ahead and subscribe. Also, if you don't mind hitting that like button for me. I'll talk to you all on the next one. You all take care.